I am rockin' with B-Rock.
I'm rocking with B-Rock.
I'm rocking with B-Rock.
Cassie and I are rocking with B-Rock.
We're rocking with B-Rock!
We are
Shotgun Superstars. Rocking with B-Rock. I'm Chrissy.
And I'm Jim. And we're rocking with B-Rock.
Rocking with B-Rock!
We are Asphalt Valentine, and you are rocking with B-Rock.
Rocking with B-Rock! Ready to rock with B-Rock!
Hey, this is Paul Lydell from Dangerous Toys and Dirty Looks, and I'm rocking with B-Rock.
With B-Rock!
I'm rocking with B-Rock.
With B-Rock, and I'm looking forward to fighting.
Hey, it's Jeff from American Jet Set, and you're rocking with B-Rock. Because you're smart. You got good taste.
What is happening? It is Thursday again, your favorite day of the week. You got me. What's happening? How's everybody doing today? Hope you had a great day. Got a special guest today. I mean, we've been working on this for about 2 months now, and I'm kind of glad it took a little long to get him on, because now it's like a week out from the release of their brand new album. I mean, so we get to talk about that, and we're going to talk about a lot about the brand new album. I mean, it's got me excited. I mean, Tango Down is probably the best band, one of the best bands that you may never have heard of, or maybe you heard of it, but you don't. Dude? You've got to know Tango Down. Got to know Tango Down. So today we have Scott "Riff" Miller, founding guitar player for Tango Down, and he is excited to be here. He cannot wait for this album to drop. He cannot wait to go out and play for you people. So without further ado, let's get Riff in here, and let's see if he talks at all. I mean, I heard he's kind of quiet, so we're going to see if we can get him to talk. So hopefully he does. Riff!
What's up, man?
What's happening?
Judging by your intro, I guess we're rocking with B-Rock, huh?
We're rocking with B-Rock tonight, baby. Come on.
I can dig
everybody.
it.
That's what Thursday nights are all about. It's all about B-Rock. And now it's all about Riff and Tango Down.
Excellent. My two favorite subjects.
So how you been? How you been holding up? I mean,
doing as well as can be expected. You know, the world's starting to open back up. Everybody's getting back out of their shell. I mean, it's like a hub of activity. I mean, I'm totally into it.
Right. You guys are right there on the cusp of just having a lot of activity right there in the Tango Down camp. I mean, new album dropping. You got tour dates, going to happen. We'll get into all that. But so 2018 or 2016, you released Bulletproof. Monster of an album. I mean, great album. You were like, okay, 19 thinking, I remember hearing rumblings that, okay, there's a new album coming, and that was probably going to come in 2020. All of a sudden, poof.
Somebody pulled the plug on the world.
Nothing. So, and you hear all this negativity going on, and there's negatives to that. I mean, you obviously you're not touring, you're not doing anything. You're sitting on your ass. You're at home. You're like, what the fuck just happened? But tell me a positive. What positive effect did this have on maybe your writing process? On the new album, did you go in a different direction? Did you sit back and think, what effect did it have on the album, on the new album? This Is Gonna Hurt.
Well, we were in the studio recording drums and bass and rhythms. This is all before the Rona hit, and we were all prepared to make Bulletproof 2. I mean, we were overblowing things and just really rambunctious. We were really excited. The music was good. It was heavy. The day Chaz was set to fly in and start singing vocals was the day they shut the state down.
Damn.
And everything ground to a halt.
It was like March 19th or somewhere around March, third week of March and shit.
It's like someone pulled the plug on the whole state of New York. So then we had time. We had time to sit and listen, not really revise. The songs were good. The songs were really well written. This is a really good batch of songs. So we had time to really sit, and rather than rush in and just stack all these guitars and all these keyboards and all that, we really took time to really listen to the songs more, let the songs breathe. Like I said, they're really good songs. If they weren't really good songs, we would have piled stuff on.
Right.
But they're all, I mean, we spent a lot of time writing with a lot of people, you know. It was painstaking, throwing some songs away that we knew were good, you know. But in the end, John and everybody picked the 10 best. Everybody agreed. And like I said, that was one good thing that came from coronavirus, because we got to sit, like I say, not re-record, not change things,
right,
but change our mindset on what these songs were.
Right.
Because we were going, we were moving, and then we just got to sit and ping pong songs back, and you know, and not play so much, and not layers. You let the songs breathe. This album really breathes.
Yeah. Sometimes less is more.
And like I said, I gotta thank the Rona for that.
Yep.
You know, except for the fact that I was sick for a month and a half, but we don't talk about that. But you know,
damn.
I mean, so right out of the gate, just before Chaz finally came in, after they opened up, everything's been opening up, and Chaz came in to sing, and he had time to really sit with it and decide. You know, he changed a few things because he had time. He didn't just learn the songs quick, and come in. He had time to sit with them and really decide what he wanted to do. And we were all in the studio, John and myself, and he swung by. He said, well, what do you think of this? What do you think of that? And we're like, you know, 9 out of 10 times we're like, dude, that's freaking great, man. Let's go with that. Right. You know, no, he came in and really nailed it. And this was after the long wait.
Right.
You know, and then we finished up some of the stuff, and then the mix and everything. We actually really got to sit with everything. There wasn't too much a hurry up, let's get it out. You know,
right.
So we really got to sit with it. The mixes, I love it. You know, the vocals are perfect. Ty Sims produced this record. I mean, I don't think he could have done a better job on it.
Nice.
You know, I really dig everything about this record. I'm not just saying that because I'm on it, you know, or I wrote a lot of it. It really is. It's good. It's got some crossover songs on it. It's not, like I said, it's not just, I have nothing against Bulletproof. Love Bulletproof. Played on it. Wrote a lot of the songs.
Played on it.
It's not Bulletproof 2. It's a living, a breathing record. It moves, and you can really feel, whereas where it's time to clutter it up, that's where it's got the clutter. But where it's time to lay back and just let the song be the song, let the melody, let Chaz, let the background vocals, everything really, it breathes. That's all I can say.
Right.
I'm getting a little long-winded about it because I'm really excited about this record.
Dude, and you're allowed to be excited about it. I'm excited about it. I'm not on it. You know, you never asked me to do anything. But you know, I'm excited about it. And I know there's other people are excited about this album, you know, because, you know, Bulletproof was, you know, you had Identity, you know, you have many albums. But Identity Crisis, me and you were talking about this. It seems like that's where, you know, a lot of bands they fine tune themselves, and then they find themselves and they go, that's it. And then, you know, it seems like Identity Crisis was not an identity crisis at all. That was where you found it. And then the harmonies came, because anybody who hasn't heard Tango Down, the harmonies are just epic. They're just
we do a lot of singing, bro. We do a lot of singing, I gotta say. Sometimes it's like you know, but we do a lot of singing.
It's really good. And then you went to Bulletproof, and that had muscle. That, you know, where Identity Crisis, you know, left off, Bulletproof expanded on.
Yeah, well, there was Charming Devil in between those two records, which is kind of like we've been around so long. We have like different eras,
right?
You know,
right.
But I have to say, from Bulletproof on, that's
it.
You know, that's the stuff. You know, I have to say, Chaz West came in and really really nailed everything.
He did. He's a phenomenal singer. Everybody in the band is just absolutely.
Keith and Axel, the greatest rhythm
Dude.
section in music.
Dude, I'm
They
telling you.
They make it easy for me to sound good because they're so good and they're so pro. They don't overplay. They just get a pocket. They get a groove. Axel fixes his hair. And we all have a good time.
He does got cool hair.
Everyone has their piece of the puzzle. No one's trying to overspeak any other person's piece,
And that's what works. I mean, and you get a lot of albums where, you'll get like a Motley Crue album that absolutely is drowning each other out. It doesn't, you get the early stuff that's good. You get the later stuff that's like, what the hell are you trying to do here? You're overdoing it. And it seems like Bulletproof didn't do that. And so far, what I've heard, Fantasy and This Is Gonna Hurt on, This Is Gonna Hurt, that doesn't do it. Fantasy absolutely is a gem of a song.
That's our crossover song.
That is a perfect song. I first listened to it and I'm like, you go, and then you're like, you listen to it again and it's just bam, it clicked. And I was like, geez, if you're a fan of like Superstar, When We Were Young, my favorite of Bulletproof is When We Were Young. If you're a fan of that song, if you listen to that song and it speaks to you, Fantasy is going to speak even more to you.
Yes, lyrically it does speak. I like that song because my 14-year-old daughter requests it.
Really?
And she doesn't really, not that she doesn't like Tango Down, but she's a 14-year-old girl.
Right.
But she says, Daddy, play that Fantasy one. And I'm like, boom, that's what, that's what I like to hear.
Right.
Hey, that might not mean that much to your listeners or your viewers or whatever, but to a musician and a songwriter, to have that happen, that kind of a crossover kind of a thing.
Right.
She's grown up in a house with me playing music.
Right.
So for her to say, Dad, play that song, or that's my favorite one when I rehearse the songs at home.
It speaks.
Yeah, I like
that song speaks.
Yeah, but when you hear the rest of the record, you guys only hear the singles. Oh my God, you are in for
I know. It's like I'm waiting for somebody to say, here, you can have the whole thing. Don't tell anybody. Nobody. You guys, Tango Down and Kibble Records are some of the most tight-lipped people I've ever met. I mean, you don't let nothing.
It makes it easy because Ty Sims and John Kibble are so good at corralling us four maniacs.
Yes,
they really like without Ty and or John, it would be a different thing. But they everyone has their piece. Everybody does. We're one big team. Everyone's part of the band. Everyone that works with us is part of the band. We just happen to be the writing performing unit. Right. But we couldn't do it without Ty. Couldn't do it without John. Couldn't do it without the multitude of songwriters that I work with, or everybody, the whole support team. It's a big. I agree. It's a big machine. It's not like four guys in someone's basement drinking beer.
Right. No, not at all. I mean,
takes a lot. I mean, it does take a lot of work, but when the records come out and the concerts get played, it's all worth it.
Now, you're going, in a month, about a month, 2 months, about 2 months, you're going to release the album in a week. And then in 2 months, you're on a pretty big stage.
I'm so psyched. I can't wait.
I mean, Monsters on the Mountain. Oh, how you feel about that? Just tell me what's going through your mind.
Just to be included on a bill like that, means one, people are listening, which is the main. I just want people to listen to the music, make up your own mind, but to be included on a bill like that, on the strength of our past music and our last record, like I said, it's just amazing. A bill like that, we're gonna have such a great time. Right. We're gonna play for the fans. We're gonna give them all their money's worth. We're gonna shake every hand, kiss every baby, sign every autograph. I'm just so stoked to get there and really put on. I want to show the best side of Tango down there. We'll be as good as we can be.
There's no doubt.
Because it means a lot to be included on that bill.
Right. And I really, there's always that one band. I mean, there's always that one band, whether you go on the Monsters of Rock cruise or you go to like M3 or Monsters on the Mountain. There's one band that, just hits it, and they're the one talked about. And, a couple of years ago, I said Thunder on the Monsters of Rock cruise, and the Truth. Then this year, I said another one that I thought was going to be great, and sure enough, that one. Now, I'm telling you, anybody's out there listening, if you are going to Monsters on the Mountain, be there for the Tango Down show, because I am going to put money on it right now that this is the band that people will be talking about. Hands down.
I'm hoping that you're right. That's what I'm going. And if people miss us, hopefully they'll hear the legend.
Right, and that's what happens. People miss it, and they go.
Yeah.
But you know
That's
what?
how these big things go. People can't get in on time. You miss it. You miss a show. You know what I mean?
Right.
And we just want to be the legend. At that point, you'll hear the legend.
Right.
You wish you were there when Tango Down played.
Right, and that's gonna. I have a feeling most people in this crowd get there early, get there. To make sure they check out every band. It's like the Monsters of Rock cruise. Most of us are up, getting moving, and we're hitting it by noon. I mean, and bam, 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 bam. And
Well,
I have. So
this is a new set of festivals. This is a different festival from the circuit that we usually play.
Right.
So we're being brought into like a much bigger pond here. We play a lot of the festivals around, too numerous to name, and I don't want to start going into names. But now, to be booked on this festival, this is not one of our normal places that we go. So it's an entirely new. I mean, I'm sure a lot of our fans will be there, but it's a new group of listeners. It's a new group of watchers. It's a new group of fans all together. And that's what's going to make it really exciting.
Right. Larry does a very good job of that. He brings somebody in. He'll bring new blood in here and there because he has an ear for it. And, he's never brought someone onto the Monsters on the Mountain or Monsters Rock Cruise that has sucked. I have not seen there was one, but I didn't go to the show. But it's like, he's got a pretty good ear, and the people he surrounds himself with will be like, hey, these guys are them guys. And, you guys are going to fit right in. I'm telling you, the band that you have to watch, that you have to be there for, is this band. And people know that.
So you're going to be there, right, Mike?
It is not for certain yet. Everything is always up in the air
I'll buy you a drink. That's me bribing you.
Probably not going to miss this. I'm missing another thing in July.
Then I'll have to drink that drink myself.
Just don't get ahead of yourself. Don't get ahead of yourself. It ain't August yet. I mean, I got till the 19th, 20th, or whatever the dates were. I can't remember, but it's like third week of August. I got time. Don't worry. Work a lot of overtime, save a lot of money. Who gives a shit? And hit the road. It's only like 6 hours from me.
Oh. Well, it's going to be a place to be. We're going. The whole Kivel booth is going to be there. We'll be at the booth, selling merch, signing autographs. We're going to spend our time. We're going to put in our time.
Right.
And that's CDs. Our CD will be out. The merch will be flowing. We're just going to have a good time because at the Kivel booth, it's more like, when I'm there anyway, it's more like a party than like a business structured environment, Yeah.
I
do get scolded. I get scolded from time to time, but it's all in good fun,
Why? You're there to have a good time. Tell John, shh, quiet, unless he's listening. Are you listening, John? Yeah. I got to find out who's here.
He's got to do his thing,
He's here. I know he's here.
He's got to do his thing.
Right. He's got to keep you guys corralled and that, on your best behavior till you get out of there, and then it's like, go ahead.
Yeah.
But
we'll go to the booth and we'll hang out and we'll cause a ruckus until John puts us in a timeout.
A timeout.
He says, guys, get out of here. Get out of here. Go to the bar, which is where I wanted to be in the first place.
Nobody puts Scott Riff Miller in the corner. I was going to say Scotty, but I was like, no.
That's funny.
Nobody
I'll
puts
have to use that one
in the corner.
I'm going to have to use that one for Axel. No one puts Axel in the corner. That's going to be my new thing.
Right. Hey.
You heard it here first. I'm going to say that forever now.
Rockin' with B-Rod. Heard it here first, baby.
But I'm not doing that dancing thing with him because I'm too old for that. I'm too old for that.
You know, he's not pretty enough, really. I mean, you just way too much hair on his face for me.
Oh my God,
we're not doing that.
He's the fluffy rocker.
Yeah, he's got that hair, man. He's got that cool fluffy hair that it's like
can't even compete, especially now. You know, he's young.
Like,
God bless him.
How old is he? He's like 27, something like that. 27. Jesus Christ. He's got that pretty hair. We're all trying to band down.
And he's a super talented cat. Everyone in the band is super talented.
Oh yeah.
You know, Keith thinks about what he's doing. Everything is boom, 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 all night long. He's got that boom, boom, boom. That's great for live. When you're doing the records, you get a little bit more intricate because it's a record that you're going to hear over and over and over. But the live show, it's that boom, 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 boom all night long, you know.
Right.
That keeps you moving. It's like, I love it. Yeah, I've been playing with Keith since we were teenagers, so, you know.
Big power sound. I mean, I love it. It's like, whoa.
He does hit the drums hard. Yes, he does.
You can feel it right in your chest. It's your heartbeat. You know, it's like, wow. Yes. Bands like that, I love. I mean, if it's full, and you guys are full. I mean, you guys fill a room. It's not like, you know, you're probably one of the bands where you don't even need the PA. You could do it all stage and just the amps and the monitors would be fine. I don't even think you guys would even need a PA.
There's a lot of vocals happening. We're singing our asses off. Most of the time, we do like 2 nights in a row, and I can't talk. It's like,
really,
you know. Well, I mean, I sing my ass off, but probably not correctly. You know. So after a festival, I'm like,
right. Well, you're not. It's not part of your training. You're not the lead vocalist. You don't have to. You just, you know, and then drink. I found out for your vocal cords, because I found this out recently. Vocal cords, tonic water and lemon. Boom, and a shot of vodka.
Whiskey and ice.
Whiskey and ice, or that. Or Brian Johnson says a pack of Marlboros and JD, you know, so it's whatever.
That's right, yeah.
You know,
no more smoking. That's like, no. Smoking's done.
No. You don't
no more smoking. Too old for that. That's a young man's game.
It's a young man's game. You know, we survived it. It didn't kill us. Whatever didn't kill us made us stronger. We're still here. Unbelievable.
Yeah, we're still here. Definitely. We're still like we did the thing. We are still standing.
So we're still standing. Now, you mentioned your catalog, your CDs. I do have a question on, like, how do people get anything from the back catalog? I mean, they are hard to find. I don't know what Kibble does, or if we can access it, or he does.
You go to the Kibble Records website or the Kibble Records Facebook website.
Right.
And if he doesn't have things left in stock, he will steer you to where you can get them. Okay. Other distributors that do take our product, every record that comes out. It's not just on Kibble Records. There's many other distributors.
Cool.
And if John doesn't have it, of course, he would love to sell it to you. But if he doesn't have it, he will always steer somebody in the right direction where they can get it.
Cool. All right. Because that was one of my, you know, to make sure. Because I thought so. You know, sometimes you can go to Amazon and find it or this and that. But if everybody just goes,
or you could reach out to someone on the Tango Down Facebook fan page, and the people who run that will talk to John, and you know, so you can go to our thing to get us, and they'll contact John, or they'll contact whoever. Right. But usually they'll just contact John. You know, like I said, I'm not very tech savvy. I don't really get involved in all that stuff. I like to look and read all the comments and stuff. That's cool.
You just scroll and hang out. You
and I were setting this thing up. I'm like, dude, there's no way I'm going to be able to do this. I got to get my daughter to come set this thing up for me.
Dude. And I'll tell you, I'll tell everybody, this dude was a beast when it came to technology on this.
And the monkey flips the switch. And boom, came right on.
They were right there. I was like, dude. Perfect. Everybody gets so nervous on doing these things. They're like, I'm going to screw something up. Everybody, I get it all the time. Are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure? And boom, and they go, that was so easy. That's like,
it was. I pressed the blue button. It said, put your name. I put RIF. Boom, you were there. I'm liking it.
There is, I'm sure this is John because he posted a link. So I'm pretty sure that's John. I don't have him on this one. There it is. Yep, there it is. John Kivel. Every Tango Down title is available in stock at www.kivelrecords.com. So see that link.
John is quick like that. You don't mess around.
He said, I was here and this never happened. Okay, that wasn't John. That was somebody, but kivelrecords.com. I wanted to make sure. I figured that's what it was. I went there and gotten stuff, but I wanted to make sure, it's, I'm not going to lead people there and they go, wait a minute, it wasn't there. But kivelrecords.com, easy. Get their stuff. I mean, you can get it all. I mean, you're going to want it all.
The merch, the posters, the T-shirts, the trinkets, really creative marketing that gets done with Tango Down.
He's got something right now. I don't know if it's still available. It's some kind of big box set where you get all kinds of stuff. I should have saved a picture.
He'll usually do a box set for most of our stuff.
He says
once again, if you go to kivelrecords.com or Kivel Records Facebook or even the Tango Down Facebook, you'll be able to see, because these are limited time runs. You have to get your orders in early. And here comes another white box. John will say something now, and a white box will come back up.
Yep. Every time he hasn't yet. I'm waiting. I'm watching. He'll be like, hey, but he has an offer of some.
Well, they're very creative and they're cool. They're full of good stuff. They're good. A lot of merch, a lot of inventive, fancy things. Plus the CD. You get the music. You get
stickers, and we all love stickers, guys. I mean, come on, we love stickers, patches, buttons. Gotta have stuff for the jean jackets. Gotta have stuff for the car, the window. This, that.
We have 50 caliber. We have 50 caliber bullet bottle openers, and Zippo lighters, and all kinds of crazy stuff. You
gotta have it.
Oh yeah, that makes it fun. We're having fun. When you're on the level, like we're at a level where we can do all that fun stuff now, because it's not like struggling around, now we go out, we have fun, we have tons of merch, we have a great time with the people, and the fans eat all that stuff up.
I do. The more stickers and stuff like that I can get, I'll take it. You just love it. And that's it. Marketing is everything. If you have if you have one T-shirt and a CD, but if you got like little things, when people put, and I know Kivel does it. I mean, I've ordered other things from Kivel before, and there's stickers in there, there's buttons, there's this, that, the other thing. You don't just get the CD. He throws things in there. So and little things like that. It's like, cool. You stick the sticker. I save them. I got so much shit. But that is what you want.
They are always interesting and very creative. Yes.
It is. And with Tango Down, you guys got some creative stuff with the guns and the bullets and the Bulletproof. You did so much. Now this one, this is gonna hurt. This is like I saw.
You got to see what's planned for this.
I was like, dude, it was like so cool when he's coming up with like medical boxes and shit. I was like, this dude has got it figured out. I was like, wow.
I've seen a bunch of the stuff that's going in to the. Oh, here we go.
Let's see, who's this?
What? I don't have my glasses, so I can't see.
That's Teresa Kendall. She's like, love the goodies. Girls love tank tops too. Just saying. So we'll have to see if there's tank tops. Don't worry, Teresa. I'll check for you. But now. Let's get a little bit about you, okay? We've talked about the album. We'll get back to that too. You have people that have influenced you. You're Mount Rushmore of artists who's inspired you, who's been there, who made you want to pick up the guitar, made you want to be in a band. Who is on your Mount Rushmore?
The easiest question in the world. I don't even have to hesitate. John Sykes, Zakk Wylde, Vito Bratta, Wolf Hoffman, in that order.
Wolf Hoffman.
Oh yeah.
Nice. Except.
Oh yeah.
Vito White Lion. I mean, come on. You got it. Oh, easy. Look at that. It was bang right on it.
Well, I was into Sykes from Tigers of Pantang, Thin Lizzy days, you know.
Man, is a beast and still is. I mean, but he's got to get back out there. I mean, geez, Tigers of Pantang was one of them bands. That it was another band.
Spellbound. That was my record when I was a kid,
Dude,
man. Oh, wow.
It's killer. That new wave of British heavy metal when it came out just grabbed my ass and didn't let go.
Yeah. Well, we were there, man. We were there, you know, pirate radio stations and wires running up to the roof of my house and dialing it in to find obscure radio stations that just played the newest metal, you know.
Right.
Because I like I was talking to you, I was into punk rock and new wave and, you know, stuff like that before I got into the metal really hard. I was into the Cars and the Dead Kennedys, and you know, we talked about all of that Joy Division and stuff like that during our long phone conversation last night. But when that stuff came out, it wasn't readily available. You had to, like, now all you got to do is press a button and you got everything. As it was coming out, you had to search for it, you had to find it. You had to dial in the tuner of your radio tuners. Oh, you young kids, radio tuners with cassette decks.
Right. Cassette deck. You 90% of the time you heard a tape for the first time, it was through the phone because your buddy just got it. Dude, you got to hear this. And he put his phone up to the boom box, and you're listening to then you go out and get it. But that was old time YouTube. I mean, phone tube.
The kids nowadays got it so easy. Well, not even just the kids, the fans, all fans got it really super easy now.
Now, that's another, you know, we come from back in the day where, you know, you paid for shit. How do you feel about, I mean, you basically know when most of the time you're not going to sell 1 million records. Them days are gone.
Yeah, basically, yeah, you think.
Right. And so now you're basically making a record to put it on so people can stream it for free. You do get the diehards like me or the people that love their physical copies. You know, I gotta have physical copies. If you look in my room, they're everywhere. But, you know, how does that, you know, how do you feel about it? I know how I feel about it. I'm like,
the beauty of it is with Tango Down, our core group of fans are CD collectors, music collectors, hard copy people. I mean, of course, everybody's down. Listen, Metallica said it was going to be a big deal all those years ago, and they were right. Basically, now there's nothing you can do. The cat's out of the bag. So it is what it is. There's nothing you can do. At least people are listening. You know, it makes it easier for them to listen. So hopefully they're listening. And at the end of the day, that's all I want people to do is to listen. I mean, I'm not allergic to money, but I want them to listen. You know.
Right. And, you know,
our core group of fans, the main Tango Down people, they want the hard copy. They want the T-shirts. They want the posters. They want the trinkets, you know.
The hard copies.
That's it.
Yeah,
vinyl, baby.
Yeah, baby. You know.
That's the vinyl.
Gotta have the hard copies. I love looking at liner notes. I love, you know, just sitting in there and just going through stuff. And you read it once, twice a year. You know, you sit there and listen, and that's, I love it because you dive in. I mean, you get to know the band more without sitting there. I mean, you liner notes, lyrics, this, that, the other thing. Now everything's a click away. It's free, and I get it. You know,
well, you can always read the liner notes too, because I'm sure they're always posted somewhere online.
They are. You could go to lyricgenius.com or something and get all the lyrics. And even now, Spotify, I noticed, as the song's rolling, you can click something on the bottom where it's got lyrics now. This just happened in like the last month that I noticed. And you click on it and it opens up the whole lyric sheet. And as the song is going, you can read the lyrics, which is great because half the time I get them wrong.
I've never been on Spotify in my life ever. I don't even know how to use it, what it sounds like, how it works.
It's good for, like, I work at a shop. So I'm not taking my CDs or anything like that in the shop. So I put Spotify on and that just rolls. And then, Spotify is a good thing because say I put Bastard Pussycat on. It'll roll at the end of the album that I listen to. It'll roll into bands like that. So that's where you find your new to me artists. Like you find or you hear a song and you go, wait a minute, who the fuck is that? And you go over and you're like, man, I remember these guys, or I've never heard of them. And I'll usually take like a screenshot of it and then go search it. So, and I love the way that does that. You go down a rabbit hole of different bands and just that Spotify has its place.
I do that with YouTube. I'll get lost. I'll get on a thread and and that's how I get all my new band. I'll be like, I like this new band.
I'm on there too. It's like click, 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 click. It's like next thing you know, 6 hours
going,
later.
you get like 10 songs. They're like, okay, let's try this one. And next thing you know, it's 3 hours later, and I've listened to like 4,000 songs.
Right, and you've got 20 new bands. Yeah, right. There's a lot out there that is not good, but
I listen to that too.
Right, and you know what? Sometimes it grows on you.
It is what it is, It
is what it is.
Everybody's got to start somewhere.
Exactly. They got to start somewhere. And
I don't mind listening to it. I mean, unless it's really awful, I'll skip it. But a lot of times I listen to it hoping the song's going to get better.
Right. And sometimes 3 times. Like there was a band I listened to, took me 3 times. And then all of a sudden that CD clicked and it was like kaboom. And like Fantasy. I heard it for the first a lot of songs I hear for the first time. It's like, and especially a thinking song or a feel song. And then you listen to it again and you're like, whoa. It just, you absorb it and it grabs you, and next thing you know, you're in. And
definitely. Yeah, well, songs like a lot of times, first listen, you never really get it.
No,
it takes a couple for even the best of songs I listened to. I remember when I was a kid, Loverboy came out, and my friend was like, "What do you think of this song? Play me Working for the Weekend."
Well,
I was in, I don't know, the 9th grade or something. Like I was a kid when that record came out, and I'm like, I really don't like that song. I don't think it's that good.
Right.
Working for the Weekend,
Right. Right. Well, their biggest songs.
After like 4 or 5 listens, I'm like, oh my God, this song is amazing.
Right, because you're like, you absorbed the lyrics, you heard it, and you felt, you absorbed it. Now on the new album, we don't know. We only have heard This Is Gonna Hurt and Fantasy. On the new album, it drops July 8th, next Friday. So everybody get your pre-orders in so that you got it next Friday, because Kivel Records is very good at keeping it still off the Spotify for a little while. So you're not going to be able to stream this thing if I know John Kivel. You have to buy it. So to be in the know, pre-order
it's only respectful. Give us a little time to sell the CD before you rip it off and stick it on the internet, Hold on.
And I love that. I love that he does that. There's no reason to throw something right up on Spotify. But what is your favorite track? What should I look for? And hey man, this track is my favorite off the album. Check this one out. Which one is your absolute favorite?
That's like asking to pick through my children.
I know this, but come on, give me a thing here.
I'm gonna have to take the 5th on that one.
Oh wow!
I mean, it's
too many.
There's some good. I mean, there's some good stuff on this record. I mean, I love the singles. That's why they were chosen as the singles. Right. But even picking the singles was tough because there's a lot of meat left on the bone in there.
I'm sure of it. I know what Bulletproof was like, and if this is anything like it, there's not a filler. There's just not. I don't play Bulletproof and skip over.
No, we whittled it down to like 15 killer songs, and it was painful to get it down to 10. Arguments happened. Oh yeah. It was tough to get it down to 10.
Oh, I'm sure of it.
You know, but
you got it there.
Once it was done and the production started to come through, and I started to listen to the running order and the album as a whole. Yeah, it's all in there. It's all in there. Everything you're gonna want it's all in there. There's enough craziness, a lot of breathing, a lot of good songs that get to be good songs. They're not piled on with stuff.
Right.
You know, the songs are good. They don't need all that stuff. They have a little bit of stuff, and it's just really nice. Well-written songs. The songwriting partners that I work with are, oh my God, they're incredible people. And the outside songwriters, you know, can't write them all, or else the album would suck. So you have some.
Right.
We got our outside people, our go-to guys that just really delivered. You know, there's also a cover song somewhere in there, possibly. I don't know if it made the cut. I might be mistaken, but
wow.
But you never know. Could be there. Could not.
So I guess we got to order the album and find out.
I get it.
Got to be in the know on Friday, July 8th. You got to pre-order now. Say that was one song. Somebody come to you and said, Tango Down. I never heard of them. Give me a song to listen to introduce them to your band. What song are you picking?
Punching Bag from Bulletproof.
Bang! That song is a ripper.
Love it to death.
Dude, that song is just, that's one of them where you play it, and then that is the one song that I go backwards about 3 times, and then I'm like, okay, I have my fill, we can get on with the rest of the album. But that song just, boom.
Yeah, that pretty much says it all. You want to know what Tango Down's about? Pretty much that song. You know, we get a little heavier at times, we get a little lighter at times, but it's groovy, it's catchy, it's playful. Dude, it's not too serious. It's not, you know, we're not trying to be classical music. We're just trying to write some ripping rock music, you know.
It's got time changes in there. It's got freaking just everything going on, and it totally works. It's not overdone. It's just like, bam. And I'm sure you opened your set.
Very pleased with that song. Very pleased with the way it came out. Very happy with everyone's performance. Well, with all the songs, I'm happy with everyone's performance, or else it wouldn't be on the record. You know, everybody delivers pretty much every time.
There's just some songs.
Which is one of the best things about this whole thing is everybody delivers. You know, like I said, everybody, the whole group, not just the band, the support staff, the team, the crew, everybody.
Right.
Everybody, you know, handles their business well. And it makes it easier.
Right.
You know, after this many years and getting up in years myself, if it was a hassle, if it was hard, if it was fighting and screaming and yelling and kid games, stick a fork in me. I'm done. I'm out.
Just bag it. Yeah.
No, I'm ready. I'm ready to keep continuing. I mean, it only gets better. Every record's gotten better. People are like, oh, you'll never top this record. The next record is better.
It's the truth.
You'll never do better than that one. Next record, it's better.
It's the truth. You know, you go to your catalog, it's boom, 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 boom. It just keeps going up. That's why I think I was telling you that early. It was Kivel or somebody I was telling us, you know, this is one of my most anticipated albums of the year. I just cannot wait to hear this because I haven't been let down by a Tango Down album yet. And there's very few bands out there that can, you know, me personally can say none of their albums have let me down at all. It's always been next, boom, boom, boom. And you guys are one of them that just keeps growing and you know, gets better.
The Bulletproof record was so well received and it had legs, and it just, after Bulletproof, we weren't going to just rush into the studio with the next record. So I had a chance to do Romeo Riot.
Right.
With some, you know, some great people. Some of them are in the Tango Down camp.
Right.
And then after that, I got to do another record because Bulletproof kept going and going and going. And then we were ready. Okay, Bulletproof had not really run its course, but it was time. It was time to get in there and start now. I had done 2 other records. It's been a long enough plot of time. And then they turned someone pulled the plug on the planet. for freaking 2 years. It was ridiculous.
The world was not prepared for the next Tango Down album yet.
Right.
But
like I said, I do believe it's a better record because we got to really stop and just sit back. I mean, nothing got changed. We didn't change any of the writing. The tracks were the tracks. They were already recorded. The vocals weren't done yet, and some guitar trinkets and some things weren't done yet, and mixing and production and stuff like that. But we got to like, okay, we don't need all of this. This song is great. It was put a lot of singing on it, and just like fantasy. It speaks to you. It's not whittly woo all over the place. It's just nice music.
It is
with a beautiful message, great lyrics, melodies, harmonies. Everything just works. The rhythm tracks, drums and the bass, accent the guitars, a little touch of keyboards. Everything just works.
I mean, and that little touch of the keyboards is just perfect. And then the like you said, the drums ain't overpowering this. The bass ain't coming out to the vocals ain't way over the top. I think I told you the other day when you went into the solo, I was like, I'd sit there and I'll be like, don't do you boom, that solo just cruised. It didn't go wham and try to hit you in the face. It
didn't have to, because the song is great. The music is great. The flow, the song is flowing. All I had to do was just get on the board and surf the wave. Exactly. And then boom, right back into the vocals. It was, some nice little trinkets. There's some technical stuff in there, but it's not in your face tech stuff. It's just like, okay, I'm not being lazy. I'm just playing something nice and slow and calm.
Right.
And I've heard nothing but good things about both of the singles,
Oh, both singles. When
the nasty talk box solo and This Is Gonna Hurt, I had a blast doing that. Oh my God.
I'm sure of it.
I had so much fun doing that. I hadn't used the talk box since Charming Devil. I used it on one song.
Dude, I was like, that came out, it dropped. I'm like, oh my God, there's a talk box on this. You got to be kidding me.
I'm like,
nobody uses that shit.
And I said, I'll try it, and I'll send it to the producers, and I'll send it to John, and we'll see. If they don't like it, I'll just play something. I said, let's just try it.
Dude,
and they were like, man, that's it. That's what we're doing, And I'm like,
we're keeping it.
I like it because it was already done. So I'm like, okay, that's a wrap. Cut the check,
Cut the check. Ching.
Come on, that's it. That's a wrap, baby.
Right. Now you got I know you got shows coming up. You have Monsters on the Mountain. I wrote it down. You got Monsters on the Mountain, and let's go here. That's in August. Okay, first you got Chicopee, Mass, July 16th with Enough's Enough in Wild America. So everybody get there. That's 8 days after the album. Gives you time to just absorb that album and get your ass to Massachusetts.
That's a nice party to get everybody back together again after all like I said, the long wait is over. We're back. We're back, and we're coming out. And it's got a nice little party up in Chicopee, the club that we like to play at. So it's not really, we don't have a home base, but that's about as close to one as you can get.
Where are you guys? Okay, we know everybody's all over the place. But where does actually Tango Down actually call base?
Base?
Yeah, if you're say where you're from, some people, Nashville, this, that, the other. Where?
Everybody would argue at.
No, I'm sure of it. Everybody wants it to be here or there, but
most of the stuff happens here, where the drummer and I are semi-local. We grew up in the same town as kids.
Okay.
John's up in Mass. Chaz is out in La La Land.
La La Land. Where it's mostly safe.
Axel's in, Wisconsin. Axel's in Wisconsin.
Wow.
So there really is you know where our base is? The internet, the interweb.
Right.
That's where we live.
And that's more or less the way it is now.
Our producers are in Arkansas. Songwriters are all over the globe. literally all over the globe, other countries.
Wow.
It's just, and it's all a big family. It's like, we've been doing this now. The machine's been rolling for a while. Although it was tough to get the machine had never really stopped.
Right.
But COVID, the machine stopped. The wheels froze and sank in the mud for 2 years. So it was painful getting out there and pushing. But now the machine's moving. We're moving. Everything's rolling. The artwork's rolling. Album covers, photographs, CDs, concerts.
Right.
Everything's moving. The machine is rolling. Not up to full speed yet. After this first run of shows, we'll be back up to full speed, fighting strength. Which, I mean, thank God, I thought may never happen again after the dark days.
Now, when that happened, was there a thought that maybe this may never happen again? Maybe Tango Down has seen its last days. Did that ever cross your mind?
It did cross my mind. It was so long. It was just, it was so stressful and so long, and everything that could go wrong went wrong.
Right. Exactly.
High school graduations ruined. Middle school graduations ruined. First years of college destroyed. I had a lot of family issues that happened.
Right.
And the whole time with the band, I spoke with John frequently, and we talked about the music, and that's kind of what kept me going the whole time. But I'm like, it's going to take something big to get me out of this funk.
Right.
To get my rig out of storage, to get these guitars back up to fighting strength, to be ready to go out and do it again. And I got the phone call one day. Guess what? You're on Monsters of the Mountain. Check out this bill.
Bam!
That day, everything changed that day.
I'm sure of it.
Everything. I jumped right into action. I got way out ahead of everything. So now, run autopilot. Everything is nice, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. It's no problem.
Right. Okay, now you got
everyone's been like that. I've been working, we're working with the drummer. I'm with Axel online. Axel does our rehearsals. He rehearses over a video chat.
Right.
And we plug the phone into the board. So he listens because we play at a lower volume. So it's not blowing the speakers of the phone out. And I have a long cable that goes from the phone. So you can hear what he's playing. But basically, he is just listening to the breaks and the stops, and how everything's getting done. And it's like riding a bike.
Right.
One or two get-togethers, we were like, oh, okay, we talked, and then we just started playing, and it was like we never stopped.
Right.
So that really worked out well. It's good to play with pro cats.
Exactly. You have that luxury. Now, Monsters on the Mountain is August 19th, 20th, 21st, but I do know for a fact Tango Down is playing on the 19th. That is a Friday, right?
Friday, correct.
Friday, the 19th of August, Tango Down is on the bill. If you can only make it one day, make it that day.
And I will be there with the Kibble booth for the entire festival.
He's going to be there with Tango
Down.
And
meeting the fans.
Hell yeah. What's better?
At least until I aggravate people too much and get put in timeout. But
nobody puts.
Yeah. I'll be there the whole time at the booth. Sell.
And then October 7th and 8th, New England Rock Fest. Tango Down will be there. Chicopee, Mass. Again, I'm really wanting to come up for that.
You should.
That's a little bit of a drive, but I'm, hopefully by then gas prices are down and I can get up there. We've always wanted to get up that way, and the wife's
New England Rock Fest is a great show. The hotel, the shuttle bus that goes to and from the hotel, everyone's so professional. The hotel prices were reasonable. Everyone has a good time. They party at the hotel all night long. People party at the club.
Right.
It's the biggest little rock fest that there is.
Little rock fest. I like that. The biggest little rock fest.
Yes, you definitely get your bang for the buck.
Right.
Club is great. The people are great. Like I say, the shuttle bus takes people back and forth. You can get crazy. You don't have to drive.
Right. NewEnglandRockFest.com, or I'm sure you find the links on KivelRecords.com.
Just read the box that came up. It's kivelrecords.com and Kivel Records on Facebook. Yep. And like I said, you can always get to that from the Tango Down Facebook page because the people that run that, they'll get right to John with whatever, you know.
Right. So go to Tango Down on the Facebook page, like it, and boom, it takes you anywhere you want to be for anything. I mean, it'll wash your car for you.
It's the interweb, baby.
It'll take care of you. It'll cook you dinner. This is the best website ever.
It's Julianne's Fries. Yes. Don't forget, order before midnight tonight. Operators are standing by.
Bam. You know.
Just add water makes its own sauce.
Good one line all night. I mean, Jesus, this is
boom. I'll be here all week. Try to veal. You know?
Right. So be a Monsters on the Mountain because you get this guy. This guy will keep it interesting. Believe me, he was kind of tame today. I mean, last night it was just like blah 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 blah. We're gonna do a part 2. I guarantee it because I want to know. Probably we got more questions. I want to do a part 2. You know, just once you get it rolling and get everything out.
No, you know what you do? You come to a show and we'll do a part 2 from the backstage area after a concert.
Boom. Bam. Sweaty.
That's it.
A real Uncle Scotty. Bam.
That's it.
I can do that.
No problem. I'll be sitting there huffing on my oxygen.
How you feeling? Fuck you.
Hey, no, I have my oxygen. Not telling you, you know. So
hey,
gotta have it these days.
You gotta have it. I mean, really. I mean, it is the way you guys go at it. I mean, it's not a. Let's just stand there and look at my sneakers and look at the frets on my. No, it is a live freaking show.
Like I told you last night, if you're on stage and you can see your shoes, you're doing it wrong.
Doing it wrong.
If you want to hear it played perfectly, buy the CD. If you want a rock show, come see Tango Down.
Bam.
Shazam.
That's how I am. I don't care if it's perfect. You know,
it's good. Don't get me wrong, it's good. We just change it up a little bit to make it live, you know.
Right. I mean, that's a whole live experience is when you
because it's live doesn't give you a free reign to just screw it all up, you know, but
no.
Certain things are changed. Names have been changed to protect the innocent.
Jesus Christ.
There we go. See, I get this guy cracking up. That's why we got to do a part 2. We got to do it live.
We're definitely doing a part 2. I know you got to split in a minute, but
I should tell these people that you should have taped last night's phone conversation.
Dude, it was so fucking dude, we didn't do a phone conversation. We were right in here.
Yeah, we did this. Like this.
And I know it was just, setting it up. It was just to try and, make sure everything worked okay. And we sat here for an hour and a half, 2 hours. Just
it was dark outside. I got chewed by mosquitoes.
I mean, it was dark. You had to go get a lantern but it was so cool. I mean, and it's, right, there's the lantern. I mean, it'll be at Monsters on the Mountain, talk your ear off. It'd be just hanging, go have beers, go have drinks, boom. Other bands, so what? Just go hang out with this guy.
Yeah, I'm ready. You got to come. You got to make it to at least one of these. But I'm pretty sure there's other shows in the works, and there's more to be announced coming up. So there'll be stuff. There'll definitely be stuff.
Oh, Kivel told me more dates to be announced and news coming soon.
That's it. Don't forget Tango Down. This is gonna hurt. KivelRecords.com.
Hell yeah, you should be my voiceover guy. I'll send you things. You just talk. Yeah. All right. Anything else you want to say?
You got to come to the show, man. You got to come to the show. I'll be very disappointed if I don't see you.
Dude, you will see me. I will be there. I'm picking my show right now. I'm not sure if I'm going to go.
And bring a portable rig because we're going live.
We're going live, baby. That's what. Yes.
Maybe we'll drag Axel in on this.
Hey, we'll drag the whole band in on it. Be like, come on.
If he's out there watching.
I don't know.
Axel, if you're watching, make a little white box come up or whatever, however that works.
I do the white box. I go over here and check out.
Oh,
wow. Dusty Rhodes is watching. Dusty he's in a band around here called Mason Jar Music. And they did a show with me last weekend. Blew the roof off the place. You have to. I'll send you a link. You got to check these guys out. You will love. They mix it up. They kind of cross over a lot. Like pop with rock with all live instruments, rapping, popping. This dude, it was just intense. I never seen anything like it in my life, and I was just like, wow.
Well, good.
It just, and then you gotta expand and check out different forms of music and this and that. You can't be limited. I'm sure you have so many different. If I was to pull your playlist up right now, I'm sure you've got all kinds. And you can't limit yourself.
My playlist is so eclectic. It's so scrambled. It's so disjointed that you would never be able to figure it out. I mean,
right.
You
can tell a lot by somebody with their playlist. It tells a lot.
I like what I like.
Right.
I don't care what kind of music it is. If I like it, I like it.
Exactly.
Explain it. What the hell is that? I don't know.
But I like it.
I'll listen to it a couple more times.
Yes. KibbleRecords.com/store. You have to include the store at the end, /store. So do that. John's in here. He's making sure we look good. Thank you, John.
No, he's got the business end of this thing down.
He's very good, man. I gotta say, he's very good, very, very good. And you get like, let's say Frontiers Records. You get certain records that you order from, and I will order from them. And okay, the vinyl sounds like shit, or the CD went way too high, and it's like, or the volume on the record is just, you got to crank it up to even hear it halfway. Kibble Records has their shit together where you get a great sounding CD or record. I mean, they got it to where I don't
we use the finest producers that I dropped some names earlier. I mean, everybody that produces on Kibble Records is like the top of their game.
The finest producers you can find under the Golden State Bridge.
There you go.
Sorry, John, I didn't mean it. Don't hate me.
And
the joke.
The vinyl, the Tango Down vinyl and the Romeo Riot vinyl sounded fantastic.
Oh yeah, this one. Oh
great
my God. It's blue. It's a blue vinyl. It was like remastered from the CD, but it wasn't remastered from that. It couldn't have been. It sounds full.
You have to master it for vinyl. Vinyl takes a different master. They didn't change the master. They just made it for vinyl.
Right. Exactly. And a lot of these companies don't do that. They half-ass it. And it's like, you get so disappointed. But I'll tell everybody, vinyl, record, CD, Kibble Records got it figured out. They do a very good job of it. I wouldn't tell you they didn't if they didn't. And I'll buy anything from them because of the fact it sounds very good, very full, great sounding stuff. They're not Frontiers. They don't fuck you. All right, there you go.
Don't say that.
But hey,
I like all the music that comes from most of the labels that are out there today. I listen to it. Some things sound better than others, but that's just the way music is. But I never, unless it's like really Screw Up Your Life Records or something like that.
Oh, God, dude.
Most stuff is, even if it's music is like pizza, or maybe not. Like even if it's kind of bad, it's still kind of good.
Right. And then when it's great, it's great.
Oh yeah, when it's great, it's great. Right.
But
exactly.
when it's bad, it's still kind of good.
Yeah. It's still you know what it is? It's still people put their heart and soul into making that.
Right.
Even if it didn't come out right in the end, or it doesn't sound up to snuff with another competing place, that's somebody put their heart and soul into that. Somebody spent their time. Somebody wrote it. Somebody arranged it. Somebody produced it, mixed it, played it. Somebody believed in it to spend the money. So
Hey, they're back.
They're back. I cut a lot of slack. You know, like I said, I have a high tolerance. I mean, I really don't listen to stuff like in my car for real if it's not produced at a certain level. But when I'm at home listening to music, I will listen to it.
Right. You know, the guy just ratted you out. And you know what, John? I have Barry Manilow on my playlist as well. I mean, I've got Barry Manilow albums. There's two type of people in this world: people that like Barry Manilow and people that are wrong.
True. Hey,
I'm just saying.
You know, I was listening to Engelbert Humperdinck last night. I mean, come on.
Nice.
I listened to everything, bro.
Fuck yeah, dude. John's trying to throw you under the bus and say he's got Barry Manilow's a badass. I'm saying. I love him. My wife, when she first met me, she's like, you like, and everybody that I talk to, they're back. They're flying around you, aren't they?
Oh, yeah. They're zooming in.
All right. Well, we'll get ready for part 2 coming up soon.
So you've been playing the music, correct?
Playing what music?
Tango Down's music.
Oh,
on your station.
Oh, always. Yes,
okay.
I played Punching Bag probably a month ago. I do believe I played when we were young, probably 2 months ago. And this week coming up, I'm going to do a double shot. Just so y'all know, no secret, I'm going to do a double shot because next week is release date. Fantasy and This Is Gonna Hurt. So the 2 new singles will be a double shot from Tango. We might even make it a triple shot and play like Punching Bag too, just because I'm excited. I want to get everybody else excited. But that's Wednesday at 1 on Toxic Radio.
Well, as soon as it officially releases, maybe we could swing you something direct from the CD to play on your show.
Cool.
I'm sure we can't do that until it releases, you know, protocol and, you know, etiquette and stuff like that. But
But if you want to sneak me a song, you know, I'll throw it on, you know, an exclusive kind of thing and just do it a quadruple play. Just play 2 hours of Tango Down. This is just the Tango Down station, the Tango Down takeover.
Exactly. The Tango Down takeover. I'm liking that.
Dude, it could work.
I'm copywriting that. I own that now.
All right, whatever. Damn it. I missed my million again.
Yeah, right.
Okay, he liked it, Joe. All right, we're going to leave. I'm going to let Scott go so he doesn't get destroyed by the mosquitoes tonight.
Yeah.
But
last night, that was a bad scene, bro.
Dude, you were just clapping. I thought you were just loving me and just applauding. I'm like, oh, wow, I'm that good, ain't I? No.
I live in a cabin in the woods right next to a lake. It's nice and peaceful and quiet, but it is like
murder central.
Yes. Oh my God, it's bad.
Damn. Well, we're gonna let him go. I know you got somewhere to be, and we're gonna leave with Fantasy. I think everybody should hear Fantasy. I'm pretty sure everybody's heard This Is Gonna Hurt already. But Fantasy dropped probably last week or the week before, and I absolutely love it. It is a fantastic song. What, you know, about this song, you want to set it up at all?
It's just a beautiful song. I won't tell you what it's about because what it sounds like it's about and once you really listen to what it's about are 2 completely different things. You have to listen deep. If you let the song just wash over you like this, it's nice and sweet.
Right.
But if you really listen to what's going on, it takes on an entirely different light.
Bam. And Kivel told me today that it picks up where another song left. I said When We Were Young, but he was like, what the hell
Give him a second. He'll type it in.
Oh, yeah, he will. Was it Carry On? Ah, man, I can't remember which one he said. That basically everybody agreed that that's where it picked up, and you know, that's where. But
yeah, him and I were talking about that today, but for some reason, it eludes me.
It eludes me. I know it's right here. It's got to be right here. Oh yeah. I don't know where it went. It was here. But he just said it, and I didn't think of it, so I had to go listen to the song, and I listened to the song again today, and I'm still stupid brain. I don't know where it went, but anyway, it picks up where another song left off, and it just you're not gonna be disappointed in it. All right, I can't find it. All right, well, let's do.
It's all there, my heart and soul on all these records for the last 20 years. Just pick up a record, you want to know. You don't even have to interview me. If you want to know, it's all there. It's a little bit of me is on every one of these records,
Give me a reason.
Give
me a reason.
I knew he would get to it.
Yep, give me a reason.
Actually, he loses points for being so slow.
I mean, come on, you're fired.
Yes,
done.
Yes, I'll buy that.
Right.
We did talk about that earlier.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, so I'll let you go. Have a great night. Thank you so much for doing this.
Oh, no problem. I didn't mean to blow you off for a couple of weeks. When you first asked me to do it, I had Rona again for the second time. I was quarantining another freaking 14 days.
Damn.
Driving me crazy.
Hey, but it perfect timing. I mean, the album's hitting next week. This is actually perfect timing. Get them wheels in motion. Let's do this.
No problem. You ever want to do it again? I would like to do it live at the end of a show one time, though.
You got it, baby. I'll try to. I'm gonna try to set this up.
All right, and I guess, like it says, we're jamming with B-Rock. We're rocking with B-Rock.
Rocking with B-Rock, baby.
We are rocking. Okay, so this is Riff from Tango Down, and we are rocking with B-Rock. Now, be cool.
You too, buddy. You have a good night.
Peace.
All right, here it is. Check this song out. I will be with you Wednesday. We're going to do a live show. I know we had 2 weeks of reruns. I was busy. I had a lot of stuff to do. But this week's show is live. And like I said, we're going to have a couple Tango Down songs. We're going to jump right back into it, do live shows again. Back in the saddle, baby. But here we go. Tango Down releases their brand new album, This Is Gonna Hurt, July 8th. Pre-order it now. KivelRecords.com/store. Get it, pre-order it, so you have it on Friday or Saturday, depending on your mail. Mine will probably be here Saturday because they're jackass. But this song on here, and there's songs that speak to you. There's, most great bands do that. They have songs that just, man, and this song really does. Like I said before, on Bulletproof, it was When We Were Young. That song just absolutely speaks, gave me chills, love it. This new song off the brand new album, same. Fantasy. Great song. I will see you next week, and get on Kivel.com and get the new CD. Here is Fantasy. Enjoy. Peace. Be good to each other. Stay positive in a negative world. Love you all. Thank you so much, Riff, for being here. Fantasy.
What we have is built on a lie. Might feel good, but that don't make it right. That don't make it right. We agree, the never of you. The truth we show is the truth that we choose. The truth that we choose. All that we are is a tango. drift in a dream. We'll be okay if we don't dig too deep. We just stay asleep.